Alright, here we go. This is a 2v2 ranked match on Sandrim between the green team in the upper left-hand corner, Valinor and boomhower in the Bomber and Neo, and the bottom right-hand team, the blue team, punktronica and rigelglen in the Osprey and Neo. So, once again, gonna put soldiers on the island. It is a little bit difficult to get that. Like the first time I tried to do that, I had no idea how guys were getting there. You kind of have to stick your nose in there with a little bit of momentum to be able to drop on there. And actually, this is kind of almost full. Well, not full. They will start to move over there. Oh, actually, but boomhower looks like, well, Valinor looks like he's gonna go for mid, and boomhower looks like he's gonna go for the right outpost. So there is gonna be a fight for mid right here. That will kind of, oh no, boomhower is going for mid as well. I thought boomhower was gonna go for the right side. He was heading there. He does go down to Rigel, and Valinor, very low on life, does die also. Blue will be able to take the middle outpost. Middle outpost so important on Sandrim. There are 4 sockets. And now Rigel going for the top outpost. Boomhower does come here, does respawn in time to respond to this. Valinor also here to join the fight. And actually now Rigel bringing more infantry. There are so many infantry now. There are at least 6 here, and it will probably still stay green. Boomhower is gonna kill a lot of these infantry with melee. Punktronica filling the rest of the sockets. He picking up the slack there that happens at the beginning of Sandrim typically. Valinor trying to chase down Rigel, will not be able to get him. They are both Neos. It is kind of difficult sometimes to chase down something that is the same mech as you, unless you do have a pretty good like lead on them, or really close to when the pursuit starts. Now Rigel bringing more infantry. This is quite an infantry spam fest here at the beginning of Sandrim. This will not go blue, unlike the other one almost did. But Rigel again bringing more. Okay, there was just a single infantry here. Not too effective. I probably would have advised against that if I saw that beforehand. And yeah, they're just doing infantry spam right now. Green team bringing out more defenses to be able to combat this infantry spam, putting Dillos on the high ledge. Actually, look at that. All these Dillos are going to be shooting into this lower ground. And now Rigel is asking Punk corner posts. Now he is going to okay, Punk deciding to defend. But now all 4 sockets are filled in the middle for blue team. All of them moneymakers. No alternate units. No generators. No levelers. There is 1 leveler out on the field for Rigel. Is there? Is there? Yes, there is. All right. This this unit counter thing is a little bit better now. It is kind of accurate. And now Valinor going for the right outpost, but Punktronica is already here and drops the Seeker to thwart him away. And Punktronica, for some reason, trying to follow Valinor for that kill, and Rigel actually does get him to finish off Valinor there. That was weird that Punk followed, but I guess he did put enough, kind of enough DPS for Rigel to get that finish. So, all in all, it turned out to be a good decision. Now Rigel going for the upper right-hand outpost. And Valinor putting a Jackal probably on the front door. No, gonna try to get a leveler here. Gonna try to get a leveler. Rigel with the EMP. Gonna kill Valinor. Yeah, man. And Valinor said he's using auto-aim there. I kind of find that a little hard to believe. Oh no, I guess he was accusing Rigel of using auto-aim there. But now they are, both teams are pushing for the same upper right factory. And small exchange here. Rigel does go down to the double team high-low. And Boomhower now with bombs, gonna try to kill the Seeker. Gonna bomb first, drop, hit the back, and Punktronica does not save it in time. And if he did, probably would have gone down with it in cargo. And Punktronica just here, over here, will he be able to get the? Oh, I would think he's gonna self-destruct. No, he's not gonna self-destruct. He's just gonna stay here alive as long as he possibly can. Boomhower gonna probably slash him down. Oh, but actually, oh, that was Rigel. I could have sworn that was Valinor. Shark Neo confusing me. They both using the Shark Neo. But Boomhower did get taken down in that exchange. I thought Boomhower was going to get that kill on Punk. He was so low on life. But I guess, you know, that's an extremely high-level judgment as to whether or not you should use that self-destruct button. This random Longhorn drop did not really do much distracting here for green. That died very, very quick. And Valinor is poking in, trying to see what is over here for blue. And there are 2 Archies firing into this clump of green units over here. And just a quick exchange of fire. Rigel kind of chasing down Boomhower. Solo on live almost gets taken down. But Boomhower didn't really care to finish off that pursuit. And he was really, really close to the mid outpost. And Boomhower trying to get this moneymaker does get it with that bomb finish. Now Valinor bringing some jackals down here. Gonna try to make blue come down here to take him away from the battlefield. And Punktronica and Rigel have not fallen for it yet, but that does give Valinor the freedom to shoot down all of these socket units. He does take down a leveler and a generator. Rigel does not get the EMP in time. Valinor landing. Looked like I thought he was going to try to get another one. He is trying to get another one, but now I'm pretty sure he's eventually. Wow, this is pretty ballsy. He's staying in this area with so many tanks in here, and Rigel does not try to chase him down. Valinor does get killed by Punktronica, however, was intercepted. Punktronica was in the area to get that kill. And now Boomhower just trying to do what he can in terms of trying to gain more economical advantage, killing more moneymakers on blue's side. That's pretty much one of the most direct things you can do to try to gain a better economical advantage. Just go straight for moneymakers, and bonus points gets you a lot of experience. And that's exactly what Boomhower was going for. And the mid socket units are pretty easy to get, especially with bombs. Now, in terms of the units here, blue has cleared a little bit more of their neutrals than green. Green has gotten a couple of them down, but there's only this one Gemini that will die right now for blue, and now blue has the advantage in terms of trying to get this upper outpost. Boomhower killing Rigel off screen there, and then that which gives him another chance to start killing more units over here. He doesn't go for the moneymaker, he goes for that seeker, but I guess it does allow him to drop and start killing these ground units. Does get away before he dies there. Very, very good that he didn't overextend himself. Rigel replacing all of these socket units that Valinor killed. But he actually doesn't put a leveler back down. He does decide to go with just generators. Blue is a little power starved right now. Well, if you look at the power bar, they are, they're spamming their build queue to be able to, keep up with all of this, and they have been using their power up a lot. So this generator will help. And 5 Archies over here for green, but Rigel doing probably one of the most effective things you can do against artillery is just doing bombing runs, and not just bomber bombing runs, but actual unit bomb runs. And Boomhower dropping Armadillo over here, forcing Rigel away from the bombing, and now Valinor sending a lot of Jackals using that distract, and now it's just Punk and Valinor over here for the fight with all these Jackals. This outpost does go neutral, but I do not think that Valinor will be able to take control of it, especially because there are actual tanks over here for blue, and these Jackals aren't really going to be able to stand up to them. They kind of act more of just extra distractions and meat shields for that. But green does take this outpost. I still don't think they are going to be able to keep it. Actually, I did not notice Boomhower had a lot of Dillos in his build queue, and did drop them all here, and they are taking out all the blue units on this side. Boomhower finished that last one off with his melee, does go down to that Seeker up there, and now Punk and Rigel do retake this back to blue, and all the green units are going to disappear. That was like a really quick back and forth swing of just units factory, Dillo's alive, Dillo's not alive. And now dropping the patcher, gonna get a lot of credits for that, via the salvage. And now Bertha's out for blue team. They are going to go straight into here. On the green side, Valinor is the one with the Berthas, so he's only level 5, so Boomhower is the one that has been able to hit level 6, and that was a weird stray of the focus camera just now. Yes, they cannot get out Berthas yet, just because Valinor is the one with him in his loadout, and he is not able to, and get that out. You know, just thinking about it, maybe they should have had the bomber boomhower, who is typically is going to get more experience, to have the Bertha instead of the Goliath, which boomhower actually has, because the Bertha at this point in the game, like this current patch, is way more important than the Goliath, just because Bertha and artillery war is so dominant that maybe it would have been a better decision for boomhower to bring that Bertha instead of Valinor. But that is obviously up to speculation. These guys are the best in the game. I'm not really going to question their decisions. Rigel out dogfighting Valinor, and they both throw up the hearts. So friendly, so much love. And Rigel doing a quick scout. Let's see what he decides to do with that information. He is going to bomb, but there are not too many clustered units, so these bombs aren't going to be as worthwhile as they could be. Punktronica starting to leapfrog all the units over here, is bringing up Goliaths, bringing up that Bertha, but there are green artillery firing in here. Where the hell are they? They are over here. There are green artillery firing into this cluster. Punktronica close to dying, but Valinor doesn't follow there. Probably a good decision, because I'm pretty sure there are a couple hats in this area. No, there's just Seekers. There are just Seekers. There are no hats in Blue's loadout. Doing some circles. Valinor close to death, but does get out of there. One thing that high-level players are extremely good at is having the 6th sense, or I don't know how many senses you gain in AirMech. Maybe I'll just say like 12th sense, that you know, you can get out of a certain situation while you're under fire without dying, because they are so used to the timings that you know, that they are able to just back out of heavy fire with a sliver of life left and get back to their outpost alive. You know, certain variables, sometimes they do get taken down, but I just really admire these experienced players that have the that extra sense to be able to you know, get out of dangerous situations right in time. And now Blue trying to bring more units up. The ones down here are going to die. Boomhower is here to kill them, and there were a couple of green units firing there also. Boomhower goes down to the units, actually. I could have sworn he was just going to slash them down. That's what bombers, straight up, that's what they do. That's what bombers do. And Rigel gets killed by Valinor. So now it is just Valinor and Punk over here fighting it out. Boomhower does respawn, but is bringing Dillos to, I'm going to guess, the front door. No, gonna bring it down to this southern outpost. Rigel is right here to respond. There are too many tanks in that area anyway, and Rigel, instead of dealing with the unit, decides to go for Boomhower. I probably would say that's a good decision. Does kill Boomhower there, because the units that were over here are gonna take care of those Dillos. And there were Longhorn over there for Blue. So that was a pretty good spur of the moment, split-second decision for Rigel to go get Boom instead of those Dillos that were dropped. But look at these. All high-tier units except for this Longhorn. Right here in this cluster, there are Goliaths, there are Berthas, and this green outpost is just doomed to be taken by Blue. I mean, there are no green units over here except for I don't know, incoming creeps. The only green things over here are Valinor and Boomhower. Boomhower going down. Valinor gonna be also taken out, and the trophy does follow him back to the fort. And now Blue is going to have a lot of time to take this outpost, which they do. Green having creeps over here for that extra radar, but Boomhower coming back and does not like what he sees. This outpost is Blue. Valinor also coming back. I don't think he brought anything with him. And now Bertha's and an Armadillo in queue for Boomhower. But Bertha's 4 Valinor, 5 of them. It was a full build queue. And they will obviously need to be placed defensively. They're going to be firing here instead of all the way over here. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to reach here. Actually, I think they probably are eventually when they take out the closer units. But Punktronica quick to move his units up. Berthas are already in place, and now Valinor with more Berthas, you know, just finishing off what he had in his build queue. But it will be, I mean, there are that one who is already under fire. Rigel is over here EMPing, and it's, you know, God, it's just such an aggressive push from Blue. And Boomhower over here, kind of almost dead. Rigel coming back will get this kill. I 10-to-1 odds, yes, does get that kill on Boomhower. And again, throw up the heart. Lots of love. Which, LOL does not stand for lots of love, old people. Yeah, get that right. Some bad stuff might happen if you think that's the acronym. Anyway, These Berthas shooting into these Goliaths, and the other Berthas for blue haven't been actually repositioned to shoot against these other Bertha. They are more shooting into this cluster of units here. These Berthas are pretty much free to shoot without getting fired upon themselves. Boomhower killing Punktronica, the camera following him back to his fort, and Rigel is the only one left here. And dude, all of those blue units are dead because they were not able to counter the Berthas that were all the way up there, like at a different angle. It's all about angles with these artillery. Angle, and the really experienced players that know the maps, that know that this ledge is a really good place to put it. Maybe this little divot over here. You know, there's hidden areas over here, and a lot of times you see them hidden behind the trees. Yeah, it's just all about the knowledge and placement as to where these things will be very effective to be placed. Rigel getting killed by Valinor there. Rigel did pretty much drop in the middle of all those green units, and now blue is being pushed back. Very surprising to me, actually. I thought that blue was gonna be, I mean, they already had the advantage, and green didn't have any units on the field left, and now there are 3 Goliaths over here just exploding some Berthas, just boom, and boomhower, and boomhower killing all those Berthas. I do not know if Punktronica was able to save that. He was able to save one. He is saving it up, and tosses up something in chat. I'm not gonna, you know, I'll let you guys decide on that. So, jeez, there are a lot. Okay, so a bunch of Berthas over here, a bunch of Goliaths over here. Now, this is the way to push back at an outpost. You have to be able to take it with artillery and tanks, or you know, artillery and ground units, especially in a 2v2. Valinor killing Rigel, and Punktronica killing Boomhower. Now, again, Punktronica and Valinor in the same area, the only ones to fight each other. Lots of 1v1s happening in this 2v2. But you do see the Berthas coming on the top side of this little I don't know, arm sticking out over here from that land, and you know, green really quick to respond, seeing where those you know, where those counter artillery were placed, pivots them really quickly, and they are contesting them very well. I don't know, I think blue put a lot of units over here just to be you know, just to draw the fire of all those green Bertha. But look at all the patchers over here. Well, 2 patchers. Now 1 gets killed, and only one is left, and it is getting hit by the splash damage of all those artillery. 1 Goliath goes down for green, but there are 3 Longhorn over here for blue. I could have sworn that would have been enough to counter that Goliath, but Punk did evacuate it to heal it up, and Rigel is now here to try to help take care of this Goliath. Did get the MP. Boomhower is not able to save it, but now this outpost does get neutralized. There are a lot of artillery firing into this area. Valinor kills Punktronica, Rigel kills Boomhower, and right now, again, it is a 1v1, this time against the 2 Neos. This outpost, once again, neutralized, but retaken by blue. There are still quite a lot of units over here for blue, so it's still not over. Green is not going to be able to take this back anytime in the very near future, maybe after another skirmish, but Valinor getting killed, Boomhower getting killed, and now blue has all the time in the world to clean up all the units that are sitting over here. No more green players to micro against them and to shoot against them. Bertha gonna go down. Valinor and Boomhower still haven't respawned. Now Boomhower comes back, Valinor as well, and now there's only Goliaths that Boomhower is forced to evacuate. Valinor doesn't pick up the Goliath, but instead just trying to shoot down any of these 2 blue players, and it's just really difficult next to this outpost, and especially with these extremely good experienced players that they're fighting against. And now Rigel, kind of overextended, almost gets, he is pinned down by the 2 blue players, but backed into his outpost and is able to get away before he gets killed. Now hopping from player to player, actually let's not do that yet. Boomhower decides to go for mid, Rigel quick to respond, so much good map awareness, and Boomhower does get killed because, you know, dropping right in the middle, he was under a lot of heavy fire. When Rigel came, he was pretty much dead, and Rigel just needed to finish him off. And now just standing here, hitting Bertha right in the face. Valinor does get it before he gets killed, but it's still not looking good. The blue, after that green wipe, blue was able to really start making another good progression toward the green fort, And now look, there are Berthas over here pointing toward this area, pointing, probably able to hit this fortress. I am still not sure, actually, if artillery shoots at fortresses. I don't think they do still. I'm pretty sure they still don't target fortresses. But now Rigel dropped a Longhorn at the front door, but you know, quick also. I mean, the response time is not that relevant now, just because all the two green players are right here, so it will be immediate response. So let's see. There is no blocking going down right now. Boomhower finally, after killing that, does get in front of that other one. You know, doing the body block, and Punktronica moving the units up, moving the Berthas up. The line just keeps getting closer and closer, and green has very little to say about it, especially with their, you know, one other outpost with one moneymaker on it. They really don't have the economy to support a, you know, a counter this army. You know, they don't really have enough money to be able to produce enough units to take down these units for blue that are coming up, and blue putting it up behind this ledge and on top of the high ground over here. And they are getting good surround, not really directly surround, but they are kind of surrounding the fort. And wow, look at all these units over here. That was here so fast. No one's going to chase down Rigel, but that is because Boomhower is busy bombing these Seekers and tanks. Valinor and Boomhower are doing actually a pretty good job cleaning up these units. And oh, but Punk does drop one right at the front door, Goliath even, and now microing it around. He knew exactly when the block was going to happen, and now moves it to the back. Boomhower using Manta Strike, but it forced the body block and uses melee instead. I thought Manta Strike, if it was timed right, does more than the melee, at least level 3, which Boomhower is at. Hey, anybody ever notice that the symbol for EMP and Manta Strike are the exact same picture? For some reason, I know that I knew that like already, but it just never really you know, rung in my head. Valinor getting killed by Rigel, and Boomhower going down as well. Oh man! And now once again, blue has another chance to just start moving their units up or killing the green units that are in the area. They are gonna go. Rigel goes for this Bertha. I don't know if okay, well, he stopped going for it. That was interesting. Okay, but anyway, Boomhower body blocking and Punktronica repositioning, getting it around there. More fort health going down on blue, and or on green, sorry, by blue, and Boomhower getting killed again. Oh man, so close to this fort and getting killed. Valinor isn't putting anything in front of this Goliath. I would assume maybe he would grab the Goliath at the front door and put it on in front of this other blue Goliath, but there isn't much he can do besides that, and he just actually doesn't do that yet. Dude, this Goliath is still alive. Punktronica has been here healing it the whole time, and it's just been surviving for so long. They are trying to kill Punktronica, but Punktronica does get away from them and back to his outpost. There are Berthas firing in. There's even an Aegis over there to protect. And now Valinor does decide to finally move this Goliath in front of the other one. I think yes, it is getting a block. So that is in a correct position, although the Goliath was super close. The rest of the blue units starting to get taken down here, but then, you know, more just come. Punktronica bringing another Goliath over here, and it is so close to being over. There's like 5% of their health left, and this game will go to blue team. Punktronica and rigelglen do take this ranked game. This is RUI, and that's game. See you next time.